Good evening. My name is Carrie Wilhelm, and I am the principal here at Oregon City High School. I'm proud to be here today. We are here to recognize seniors for their outstanding achievement in academics, activities, athletics, and the military. This is our evening of excellence. It is our opportunity to recognize and honor over 150 of our most outstanding seniors. Each one of these students has put in countless hours, tons of energy, and amazing amounts of effort to get where they are today. We have also spent hours trying to make sure that everything here we present is accurate and correct. However, if we have made a mistake, I apologize. If we've forgotten a certificate or spelled anyone's name incorrectly, please email Teresa Karn and let her know. We will get it fixed immediately. To start off the awards tonight, I would like to recognize our valedictorian and salutatorian for the 2020 school year. Our valedictorian for 2020 is Renata Lee. Our salutatorian this year is Brittany Lee. Yesterday, at the Honor Cord Banquet, we recognized 42 students earning honor cords this year. We did this via Zoom, and it was an amazing event. These students have earned a weighted cumulative GPA of 3.8 or above, and have also earned an honors or an advanced diploma, and met other academic indicators. These are the seniors who have earned an honor cord this year. Clarissa Adams, Jacob Anderson, Jane Arterberry, Garrett Berliner, Kelby Beyer, Allison Brown, Jonah Buck, Annalore Buckley, Kristen Burris, Anissa Shergwin, Stacy Choi, Jay Crooks, Alexi Cumplido, Natalia Curtis, Grant Didway, Carter Vam, Marina Kodovskaya, Zoe Kleiner, Nicole Laherty, Brittany Lee, Crystal Lehigh, Renata Lee, Mary Manzella, Danielle McGrath, Delaney Myers, Riley Palmer, Alexia Petro, Daniel Polanco, Max Reed, Claire Reed, Elizabeth Reidlinger, Spencer Rosenow, Jonathan Rotter, Miranda Salmon, Carla Santos, Brenny Shoup, Alejandro Torres, Lily Van Skyke, Kaylee Walker, Aaliyah Washington, and Emma Weber. We also have a large group of students who will be recognized as winners of the President's Education Award, given to students for earning an unweighted GPA of 3.5 or above. These awards are given annually by the United States Department of Education. Rather than read off over 120 names in a row, we are going to break these up through the presentations tonight. To start off this part of the awards for the President's Education Award, I would like to introduce Associate Principal Pete Danner.
Thank you, Principal Wilhelm, and good evening to you all. The Presidential Awards have been awarded since 1983 to recognize outstanding academic performance. It's impressive to note that within this group of students, the 2020 class has produced approximately 120 students who have achieved this award. The first portion of this list includes Clarissa Adams, Mark Ulrich, Jacob Anderson, Rebecca Arachi, Jane Arterberry, Jonah Balding, Jaden Bowder, Joshua Beck, Tristan Bennett, Vector Benoit, Eric Bergen, Garrett Bergerson, Garrett Berliner, DeMarcus Best, Kelby Beyer, Britton Bratcher, Allison Brown, Carmen Brown, Jonah Buck, Annalore Buckley, Michaela Bunker, Austin Canchola, Ian Carpenter, Anessa Shergwin, Stacy Choi, Shaylee Cooper, Jay Crooks, Alexi Cumplido, Riley Curl, Alexandra DeCarreret, Grant Didway, Calissa Dodge, Caden Dodge, Alexana Easel, Zachary Finnegan, Haley Flores, Sydney Fresius, Stephanie Gamby, Andrew Golf, Jacob Gould, Ryan Henkel, Madison Hornback, Carter Vam, Joseph Johnson, Joshua Jordal, Catherine Cathan, Marina Kodakaskaya, Jaden Kilborn, Zoe Kleiner, Alexander Nebular, Maxwell Nebular, Zoe Kunkel, Nicole Larity, Justin Labe, Caleb Lamb, Brittany Lee, Crystal Lehigh, Renata Lee, Jaden Lindquist, Mary Mansella, and Haley Martin. Congratulations to you all. And I would now like to introduce, to present our military awards, Major Doug Thomas, United States Army.
Thank you, Mr. Danner. So I have the honor of introducing the members of the graduating class that have chosen to serve the military, and volunteering to join the military is one of the highest honors that you can do, and I appreciate that their sacrifice that they're going to make to serve others. So first off, Carson Chris is joining the United States Army. Ben Hurt is joining the United States Army. Morpheus Nitkun is joining the United States Army. Ben Clark is joining the United States Army National Guard for the state of Oregon. Gary Coretti is joining the United States Navy. And Caden Zeimer is also joining the United States Navy. Congratulations. Thank you. Am I introducing? I introduced the principal, so I'll be followed by the principal. That's Carrie Wilhelm.
Our next awards, we are recognizing the Oregon State Seal of Biliteracy. Meg Sunseth, who usually presents these awards, was unable to be with us today, so I have the honor of announcing these awards. The State Seal of Biliteracy is established to recognize high school graduates who have attained a high level of proficiency in reading, writing, listening, and speaking in one or more world languages in addition to English. The State Seal of Biliteracy shall be awarded by the Superintendent of Public Instruction. School district participation in this program is voluntary. Here are the students who have earned the Biliteracy Seal. Eduardo Diaz, for Spanish. Manuel Diaz Rivas, Spanish. Grant Didway, Spanish. Jennifer Jimenez, Spanish. Caleb Lamb, Spanish. Daniel Mong, Spanish. And Moses Moon, Korean. Congratulations. For the next awards, I would like to introduce our athletic director, Mr. Andy Jones.
Thank you, and welcome to the Oregon City High School Evening of Excellence ceremony. Each year, the Oregon City High School head coaches recognize student athletes for their leadership, sportsmanship, ethics, integrity, and dedication to the Oregon City High School's athletic teams and its programs. The first award tonight, the OSA Award of Excellence, emphasizes exemplary displays of sportsmanship, ethics, and integrity. This year's award winners are Shaylee Cooper, Anessa Churgwin, and Indy Daniel. The head coaches also vote for the Athletic Department Coaches Award. This award honors individuals who show exemplary contribution and dedication to Oregon City High School athletics. This year's recipients are Katie Cathan and Zach Zumwalt. The head coaches also vote for the Excellence in Athletics Award. This award recognizes 2 individuals who display exemplary athletic ability and outstanding contribution to the success of their teams. This year's winners are Kaylee Walker and Max Reed. The United States Marine Corps Distinguished Athlete Award is given to a senior athlete who is an exemplary young citizen, role model for other students, and best exhibits the personal traits of courage, poise, self-confidence, and leadership. This year's recipient is Austin Conchola. We also have the Distinguished Athlete Award, which recognizes and honors those student athletes who earn 6 or more OC varsity letters during their 4 years at Oregon City High School. This year's honorees are Amanda Anderson, Austin Conchola, Novalee Separich, Anessa Churgwin, Stacy Choi, Shaylee Cooper, Indy Daniel, Manny Diaz, Hannah Gallagher, Madison Hornback, Katie Cathan, Caprice Killinger, Zoe Kleiner, Caleb Lamb, Jonathan Millard, Grant Pauley, Max Reed, Brock Risky, Kylie Sanders, Taylor Schneibel, Sierra Smith, Colin Summer, Avery Van Riper, Kaylee Walker, Lydia White, and Zach Zumwalt. Congratulations. Also, part of the OSAA Foundation Scholar Program, these are for individuals who are recognized for their cumulative GPA of 3.5 or better and earning a varsity letter in an OSAA sport. First, for the activities, Clarissa Adams, Jacob Anderson, Tristan Bennett, Garrett Bergerson, Garrett Berliner, Jonah Buck, Annie Buckley, Stacy Choi, Jay Crooks, Alexi Completo, Alexana Eisel, Haley Flores, Carter Vam, Zoe Kleiner, Alex Niebuehler, Max Niebuehler, Haley Martin, Aaliyah McCune, Danielle McGraw, Annabella Moomey, Delaney Myers, Riley Palmer, Charles Paulson, Joshua Ramirez, Jared Reeves, Claire Rich, Elizabeth Riedlinger, Spencer Rosenow, Taylor Schneibel, Mason Shannon, Brenny Shoup, Ludmilla Simonel, Sierra Smith, Karma Stolke, Avery Van Riper, and Lily Van Skyke. For athletics, Josh Beck, Eric Bergen, Andre Best, Kelby Byer, Britton Bratcher, Allison Brown, Carmen Brown, Annie Buckley, Austin Conchola, Anessa Churgwin, Stacy Choi, Shaylee Cooper, Grant Didway, Madison Hornback, Josh Jordahl, Katie Cathan, Zoe Kleiner, Alex Niebuehler, Max Niebuehler, Zoe Kunkel, Caleb Lamb, Brittany Lee, Crystal Lehigh, Renata Lee, Annabella Muma, Kiera O'Malley, Courtney Parr, Lillian Patrone, Maddie Phelps, Daniel Polanco, Ashlyn Ramsey, Max Reed, Elizabeth Riedlinger, Jonathan Rotter, Rory Shedler, Hannah Stewart, Spencer Townsend, Avery Van Riper, Kaylee Walker, Emma Weber, Jordy Weisman, and Zach Zumwalt. Congratulations to all of you.
At this time, we'd like to recognize more students who have earned the President's Education Award. Associate Principal Toby Futch will announce these names.
Thank you, Principal Wilhelm, and good evening. To continue the presidential awards, I'd like to recognize Aaliyah McEwen, Danielle McGraw, Daniel Monge, Grant Morgan, Kendall Morrow, Annabella Muma, Delaney Myers, Kiera O'Malley, Akram Osman, Riley Palmer, Courtney Parr, Charles Paulson, Madison Perry, Alexia Petro, Lillian Patron, Chiara Petroni, Madeline Phelps, Catherine Pierce, Danielle Polenko, Joshua Ramirez, Ashlyn Ramsey, Maxwell Reed, Jared Reeves, Claire Rich, Elizabeth Reidlinger, Spencer Rosenau, Jonathan Rotter, Aiden Rumka, Destiny Ryan, Miranda Salmon, Carla Santos, Rory Shedler, Taylor Schneibel, Caitlin Schrantz, Olivia Scott, Rachel Scott, Mason Shannon, Brenny Shoup, Sierra Smith, Grace Southard, Karma Stalkey, Nathan Stanley, Hannah Stewart, Seth Sullivan, Eric Thompson, Sophia Thornton, Alejandro Torres, Jasmine Torres, Spencer Townsend, Avery Van Riper, Lily Van Skyke, Angelina Veravoda, Tatiana Voitenko, Kaylee Walker, Aaliyah Washington, Sophia Washington, Emma Weber, Colin Weeks, Jordan Weisman, Emily Zagarayak, and Zachary Zumwalt. Congratulations to those who earned the presidential awards.
The next part of our program is the Outstanding Achievement Awards for Students of the Year in each department or school activity. Students will also be presented with awards from COSA, the Confederation of Oregon School Administrators. The COSA Students of Merit program recognizes students of academic promise who also demonstrate good citizenship. The intent is that these awards should go to deserving students who may not be among those consistently honored. First up, I would like to welcome Brent Leong and Ria Letta from the Business Department.
Thank you, Principal Wilhelm, for that kind introduction. Warm hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this evening of excellence. My name is Ria Letta, and I serve as the business marketing teacher at Oregon City High School. With pleasure, my colleague and I, Mr. Brent Leong, we are here to present the awards for the Oregon City High School Business Student of the Year. Let's start with the COSA Business Marketing Award. COSA is an acronym for Confederation of Oregon School Administrators. Founded in 1974, the mission of COSA is to develop and support educational leaders to ensure student success. While the award is to ensure student success for COSA, Business Marketing Award recipient Grant Pauly, the award would be to further support his success. Grant, by nature, is driven and has the spirit of an entrepreneur. When Grant transferred to Oregon City High School his senior year, he was already a scholar and athlete with literally a track record of success. Grant had already lettered and was ranked nationally in cross country. Grant completed marketing courses at CCC, Clackamas Community College, and owned his own photography business, GrantPaulyPhotography.com. You're welcome, Grant. Let's discuss royalties later. Grant's passion for photography led him to join yearbook and to be invited as the featured artist at the Oregon City High School student store, Pete's Place. Grant is always thinking of how he can improve his talents and his approach to learning. Often, he would visit Pete's Place to share his ideas and invite feedback on how to further market his photography business. Grant was also able to provide advice to students who were aspiring to study photography or needed assistance with their assignments in marketing class. For a busy student athlete, Grant somehow found the time to balance school, work, sports, photography, team projects, and even DECA. As Grant's senior advisory teacher, I am honored to be a part of Grant's journey and to present the COSA Business Marketing Award to him. Grant, Polly, congratulations and continued success. Next, we have our Business Student of the Year. On behalf of the Business Department at Oregon City High School, we are honored to present the Oregon City High School Business Student of the Year to Tatiana Wojtenko. Очень хорошо, Tatiana. Tatiana has the opportunity to not only learn, but to also learn with mastery several business classes during her high school career. Accounting with Mr. Leon, personal finance with Mr. Variat, introduction to business marketing and business communications with yours truly. Dedicated and driven, Tatiana consistently puts forth her best effort and consistently achieves the highest levels of assessments, as well as demonstrates teamwork in classroom activities. As an accounting student, she was meticulous on completing her financial activities accurately and on time. As a marketing scholar, Tatiana was sought after by peers in group activity for her teamwork, creativity, and sense of humor. With all these qualities, Tatiana remains a humble and quiet person. While she rarely speaks up in class, she continues to be engaged in thinking, listening, and working. At times, I would call on Tatiana, and not surprisingly, she would know the answer. Tatiana is kind, thoughtful, and respectful to her teachers and to her peers. She possesses many positive qualities and skills that will help her to be successful both personally and professionally. On behalf again of the Oregon City High School Business Department, congratulations to the Business Student of the Year, Tatiana Wojtenko. Next, I'd like to transition to my esteemed colleague who wears many hats, among them DECA Senior Co-Advisor and Accounting Teacher, Mr. Brent Leon.
I would like to present the COSA Computer Science Student of the Year Award, which is being awarded to Logan Wecker. Here's what teachers had to say about Logan. Logan is a funny, straightforward, and possesses strong analytical and technical skills. He's especially strong in questioning and critically evaluating everything he comes across. He's a true independent learner, exploring things that interest him and working diligently on his activities he's passionate about. He looks for novel ways to solve problems and is always looking for efficiencies. He developed a unique strategy in a class simulation and executed it with consistency, resulting in one of the top performances in his class. Mr. Walters, the computer science AP teacher here at the high school, shares the following about Logan. When a student is struggling in a program and their challenge is mighty, Logan is the one student who I could count on to support them if I wasn't able. He spent half of his class period at his own computer and the other half of the class period zigzagging around helping and assisting students in the lab. He was a pillar and held our AP computer science class up, and he did so excitingly and eagerly. I wish I could have him in my class every year. He was a brilliant programmer, a problem solver, a teacher, and friend to people in the class. I'm going to miss him. And that's what Mr. Walters had to say. So again, our computer science COSA Student of the Year, Logan Wecker. I'd like to now introduce my esteemed colleague, Tara Fukuhara.
right. I'm Tara Fukuhara. I'm the culinary instructor here at the school, and I am here to announce the COSA Culinary Award as well as the Culinary Student of the Year Award. When I was thinking about these awards, oftentimes I feel like, especially in foods, you're giving it to students who can make, the best 3-layer cake, or students that can make the perfect steak. But to me, these awards are going to 2 students that have helped create a welcoming environment in my classroom, both in the classroom and also in the bistro. They constantly have smiles on their faces. They face several obstacles outside as well as inside the classrooms, and they've just done an amazing job in my class, so I wanted to give them these awards. So the first award I'd like to give is the COSA Culinary Award, and it's going to go to Carson Saladay. So I have had the pleasure of working with Carson for about 1.5 years now, and he always has a smile on his face when he comes into the classroom. He's very eager to learn what we're making in class that day, but what has really impressed me about Carson is when he transitioned into the bistro this year, his willingness to go above and beyond, come into class early every day, help set up the bistro, specifically the smoothie lab. But he always is so excited to do it, and that, I know, every time I see that makes my day as well. So from the ladies that help run the bistro, they had amazing things to say about him. He's a smoothie extraordinaire, he's dependable, he's kind, his positive attitude just trickles within the classroom, and I see that as well. So it's been such a pleasure to have Carson in class, and this COSA award goes to him. The second award is the Culinary Student of the Year Award, and that's going to go to Faith Frost. Faith is amazing. I've had in all 3 of my culinary classes, and in each class, again, comes to class with a positive attitude. She's in class every single day. I know whether it's, struggling with things inside the classroom or outside the classroom, she's always in class. She's always willing to learn. One of the things that has really impressed me about Faith is every week we run a drink special in the bistro, and she took that on, being the face of the bistro, going on camera, kind of introducing those drinks, but also sent a message to students asking, hey, are you okay? Hey, it's really great to see your faces. It wasn't just about the drink specials, it was just acknowledging the students in the school. And so that meant a lot, and I was very proud to have her be the face of the bistro. So her energy is amazing. She is one of those students, which, I mean, it's a good thing, or I don't know, some people may think it's not a great thing, but October 31st, like the next day, setting up things like decorations for the holidays. She was really just into creating an environment in the bistro where, students wanted to be a part of that. So it was a safe space for students in the school, and a big part of that is because of Faith. So Faith, thank you so much, and congratulations on getting the Culinary Student of the Year Award. Next, I'd like to introduce Mr. Tom Wirtz, Design and Construction.
Good evening. My name is Tom Wirtz. I teach the design and construction courses here at Oregon City High School. To start off with, I'd first off like to thank the parents that have stuck with your kids along the way and made our jobs as teachers that much more enjoyable. Thank you very much. And now to present my 2 awards for outstanding students. I've had the chance with working with these students for the last 3 years. I chose these 2 boys because they are a pair of friends within themselves, and they both have had the drive to do whatever it takes to get the job done. To start off with, I'd like to recognize Mitchell Castor. Mitchell Castor has been a great student all along the way as a helper and yet a fixer. He has stepped up to the plate whenever a machine was broken and used his skills to fix the problem. This is much appreciated in a room full of students that rely on all things to work. I also believe that Mitchell will have a promising career in whatever direction he chooses to go. Maybe being a car salesman is a good fit for him. Mitchell has had more cars than any other high schooler I know. And as the businessman, he always seems to make a profit off these cars, if I was only that clever at his age. I truly believe Mitchell will make a difference in our world, and I am honored to present the Award of Excellence to him. Congratulations, Mitchell. And now for the big man on our campus and his parting ways. It has been a true joy of having Zach Lemon in my classes throughout the years. In words of excellence, I am pleased to give this award to Zach for the true dedication he has had and the follow-through for all endeavors he has encountered, whether he actually enjoyed the assignments or not. Zach is the type of guy that you can count on and rely on to get a job started and completed. We both started the same time at OC High, and we both have had a shop that needed improvement. Zach was my main go-to for help all along the way, whether it was setting up the dust collection system for new machines or simply just overseeing safety guidelines needed in the shop. I could always count on Zach. I will miss every class period, even when it wasn't Zach's actual period to be there. He would show up with a big smirk on his face and would come in and discuss the gossip for the day. Whomever has the chance to work with Zach in the future will be rewarded with an awesome partner, and I am greatly pleased to award Zach Lemon with the Award of Excellence. Thank you, Zach. Gentlemen, you will be missed, and I truly wish we could have finished up the year together. Congratulations. Be as strong as you are. Go make a difference. Thank you. And now to present for Fine Arts, Mr. Nick Liebert.
Thank you. Thank you. I assume you're going to add some applause to this. I am presenting the awards for Fine Arts, and first I'd like to acknowledge how weird this is. We're speaking to an empty auditorium, so for each and every one of you who are tuning into this, thank you, because these people have worked hard and they deserve their recognition. Unlike so many of her peers, I never got the feeling that Madison Perry was trying to find herself in high school as an artist or as a person. She always seemed to know exactly who she was. Confident, centered, and self-aware, she made an immediate impression on the Fine Arts department, like, who is this girl? She didn't seem to fit neatly into any of the stereotypical art student modes. No, she was and is her own person. For me personally, it has been great to help guide someone operating at that high level, totally capable, skill-wise, and yet constantly creatively pushing and growing. In fact, Maddie takes such ownership over her own education that I feel a teeny tiny twinge of guilt in calling her my student. It's more like I happened to be there while she was learning, and I've been grateful for that opportunity. A few quick impressive anecdotes about the artistic accomplishments of ace artiste Madison Perry. Say that sentence 5 times fast. She was an award winner at the Clackamas ESD Art Show. Her AP Art Studio portfolio received one of the highest scores ever for an Oregon City High School art student. She completed the backdrop set paintings in 2 weeks for the Oregon City Children's Theater when their staff artist had a conflict. She was accepted at PSU, Pacific University, Seattle University, and the Pacific Northwest College of Art. And for her senior project, she did a 5-by-5-foot mural style painting for the science department of DNA pioneer Rosalind Franklin, and it is simply an amazing piece of work to behold. She only has a few finishing touches left to do before this whole thing happened. And don't worry, Miss Kilpatrick, she swears that she's going to come back and finish it up, because that's just the type of person Madison Perry is, and that's why she gets this distinguished Jackie Barber Award for singular achievement in the fine arts. Congratulations, Maddie. It's been great working with you. The second award is the COSA Award, and that goes to Vector Benoit, who would rather be called Vector Benoit. It is anything but a normal experience knowing Vector, which is exactly ideal for a student artist. Talk about curiosity and passion. There were some days I'd look at Vector and not even resolve a human, but more of a firework shooting off in all directions, exploding filaments of ideas and streaks of color, an artistic whirlwind, truly. Talk about maturity and presence. I respect Vector for maintaining a positive outlook and just radiating awareness and acceptance. in the sometimes shallow, sometimes petty, sometimes hurtful hallways all teenagers traverse, his calm, rational demeanor has been simply inspiring. Talk about, well, someone who isn't afraid to talk, someone who shares and volunteers in the landscape of unraised hands and unraised voices. Vector jumps in pretty fearlessly, and for that, you have my thanks. Talk about winning over the hearts and minds of the art department and winning the Senior COSA Award with an easy, unanimous vote, and you're talking about Vector Benoit. Buddy, I'm sad for us that we will be losing you, but I'm so, so happy for the time we've had, and I'm so, so happy for the amazing future you have ahead of you. Coming up next is Rebecca Kolb for Language Arts.
It's my pleasure today to announce the awards for English Language Arts. This year's recipient of the Ron Hyde Award, which honors students who excel not only in English, but also in other areas of the fine arts, is Grant Pauly. Grant was not only an accomplished copywriter in Yearbook this year, but also an incredibly talented photographer. You can see his talent by looking at his website, grantpaulyphotography.com, as well as taking a look through the Flickr account of the Oregon City High School website. Many of the photos of events this year can be credited to him. He brought vigor and creativity to every assignment this year, and those things, coupled with his work ethic, kindness, and generosity, will take him far. Congratulations, Grant. The Language Arts Writing Award, which honors the students whose achievements in writing surpass his or her peers in a variety of contexts and modes, this year goes to Brenny Schaup. Brenny's English teachers agree that her powers as a writer are tied to her powers as a reader. She brings energy and insight to every assignment, large or small. Even dry-sounding academic assignments flow and sing with the organic movements of her thought and the lucidity of her sentences. Congratulations, Brenny. And the final award for English Language Arts is the COSA Award, which recognizes students of academic promise who also demonstrate overall great citizenship. The recipient of this award is Kristen Burris. Kristen's passion for learning and curiosity for humanity bring light to every class she takes. Her teachers say she asks big questions, invite many voices into the answers, and leavens it all with compassion and humor. Her presence is a gift to teachers and peers alike. Congratulations, Kristen, recipient of the COSA Award for English. Next, we have Mr. McLean to present the awards for the math department.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Brent McLean. I am the chair of the math department and here representing the math department to present two awards, Math Student of the Year and the COSA Award. And yeah, I came up with my masks because we are all wearing masks out in the audiences, so we just wanted you guys to know that we are practicing the proper social distancing today. The first award I'd like to present is the COSA Award, which the COSA Award for math goes to a math student who comes to class willing to do their best, is willing to stretch their brains, try new things, is willing to not only work hard to learn the math, but is also willing to work with others to help them meet that same goal. The student earning this award this year embodies all of that and does it with a smile. Nominated by Mrs. Crutcher, Miranda Salmon always comes to class focused and ready to learn while being friendly and helpful to every student around her. She was concerned when others weren't pulling their fair share, but was more than willing to help them if they were willing to try. Ms. Crutcher remembers Miranda almost wanting to jump out of her skin because she knew the answers to something that was being discussed in class, but wanted to give others a chance to speak up first, or maybe wanted to make sure the other students were also thinking about it and not just bail them out. Miranda's dedication to her own success, as well as the success of others, along with her kind heart and strong work ethic, are the few of the reasons why we are giving her the COSA Math Award for 2020. Thank you, Miranda. We really appreciate everything you've done. Secondly, Math Student of the Year. It may sound a little ironic, but the Math Student of the Year is being given to a student who actually did not take math here at OCHS this year. This young man took AP Calculus AB as a sophomore, and then AP Calculus BC as a junior. And then this year as a senior, he continued to extend his mathematical knowledge by taking the next level of math classes at CCC. Personally, I was fortunate enough to have this student in my class for about a day. When in his junior year, he was accidentally given the wrong schedule. Since then, he's always been very friendly and said hello to me whenever I was in the hall. He even quizzed me the next year to see if I could remember his name. I didn't. Not the first time, but the next time I did. This student always stood out as a strong math student and is always willing to help others when needed. His ability to understand difficult concepts and be able to explain those in layman terms to others is unsurpassed. He's definitely deserving of this recognition, and it's my privilege to present the 2020 OCHS Math Student of the Year to Jonah Buck. Congratulations, Jonah. Congratulations to both of these, Jonah and Miranda. These are two students you can definitely count on. Next up, Bonita Jordan for PE and Health. Thank you very much.
Hello, everyone. I have the great pleasure of introducing our Health, PE, and COSA Student of the Year for our department. I've had the pleasure of having all three of these students in class at one point in time. I'm going to begin with the Health Student of the Year, nominated by our new health teacher, Ms. Johnson. Your health is something that never stops. Arguably, everything that happens to you and the choices you make impacts not only your health, for better or for worse, but the health of the people around you. When asked who I would like to nominate for Student of the Year, this student's name came to mind instantly. In a knee-jerk reaction, it was a no-brainer. This student does not simply successfully complete the assignments and assessments about health. She practices a healthy lifestyle outside the classroom too. You see, not only is this student extraordinary in the classroom, she possesses superior academic talent and drive. She is also healthy and has a positive impact on the health here at OCHS. In times of hardship this year, she was the one who would step up and make sure her classmates and teachers were taken care of. She is an athlete involved in countless activities, and she is one of the kind of students I have had the pleasure of teaching. Her humility, grit, character, and selflessness are truly inspiring. One of my favorite memories was this student took place during a lunch at We Dine Together. For those who don't know what We Dine Together is, it's a student-led movement that offers a place for students to eat lunch every day along with activities to do. In my classroom, I have these calming glitter jars. The student asked me if I wanted to lead a workshop so fellow students can make them and hopefully have something that they can bring calm into their lives. She wrangled all the supplies, and not only did we co-teach the workshop, she used extra supplies to drop off glitter jars to teachers and staff at OCHS. I'm so proud to give Health Student of the Year to Shaylee Cooper. I wish her the best for her bright future. I know she will have enormous and beautiful impact wherever she goes. I had the opportunity to nominate the PE Student of the Year. And one of my most inspirational teachers in high school was my PE teacher. He taught me how to work hard, play hard, be a team player, have fun, and that fitness was a lifelong skill. I encourage my PE students to do the same. And this Student of the Year is all that and more. I had the privilege of watching this young lady play volleyball since her freshman year. And I asked her coach to share a few little tidbits about my Student of the Year. And she had this to say: she is one of the happiest, most fun-loving people that I've ever met. She is always looking at the positives in life and really has a great sense of humor. Her leadership and ability to work hard helped inspire other players to push herself. Not only was she a great athlete, she was a good student. I say ditto, Erica Frawford. I couldn't agree with you more. It's not every day that a student athlete carries this type of attitude into your PE class. I was so blessed to have her in mine. Not only was she my go-to helper, she was a badminton pickleball partner to anybody who needed one. She was a mediator of conflict on the floor. She was a positive, supportive teammate. I could go on. And her smile just lit up the room. I truly enjoyed having you in class, Allie Brown. You are an amazing young lady, and I'm so glad that I finally got to know you. Best of luck at Pacific University. Our COSA Student of the Year was nominated by Mrs. Wilson. When I saw you on my roll call this year, I was excited. I knew you would be a quiet example that so many students looked up to, even if you didn't realize that. Anytime a senior chooses to get up and come to class at 6:15 in the morning to work out when he doesn't even need the credit is amazing. Then he would go on to a full schedule of advanced classes. It's just a little crazy. He gets that. And you get it. You truly understand how important fitness is in all the realms of your life. That is why I chose you for COSA Student of the Year. You are the poster child for anyone who needed someone to look up to, not only in regards to fitness, but only in an academic rigor, and most importantly, always, always being a genuinely good person. Congratulations, Tristan Bennett. I wish you all the best at Montana State. Do great things because I know you can. And now I'd like to introduce my esteemed colleague and my husband, Mr. Jim Jordan, to give the Social Studies Awards.
Hi there. I'm very happy to present the Social Studies Department's COSA and Student of the Year Awards tonight. For COSA, Kelby Byer is our recipient. Kelby has been an active participant in many Social Studies Department classes. I had her when she was a junior in AP Government and Politics, and she was an active participator, constantly asking deeper meaning questions to get more out of the content. Other teachers have said the same about Kelby, how she's so involved in each of her classes. Kelby also this year was very instrumental in helping the international seminar class. She was one of the student leaders and a great example for all the other students in that course. Congratulations to Kelby as our COSA recipient award winner. For Student of the Year, we've decided to give it to Destiny Ryan. Destiny is one of those people that just wants to make the world, our country, our community a better place. This year, she was active in student government, participating or leading the effort to paint our school restrooms to make them a more inclusive, comfortable, and safe place. I also had Destiny this year in AP Government Politics, and she, like Kelby, asked all kinds of questions, got all her work in, was one of the top students in the course, and has a real interest in political science in the future. Destiny also was in, as a sophomore, in my AP Human Geography class, and this is where her interest in the rest of the world really kind of shined through. She asked lots of questions. She wanted to know about how the world works, about other cultures, and you could see she's very empathetic to the world community at large. And so for these reasons, Destiny Ryan, many others, Destiny Ryan is the Social Studies Department Student of the Year Award recipient. Now I'd like to introduce from the Science Department, Roxanne Kilpatrick.
Hello, I'm Roxanne Kilpatrick, and I'm going to be presenting 3 awards for the Science Department. The Science Department would like to present Brittany Lee with the award for Life Science Student of the Year. Brittany has a first-rate mind for science, coupled with a strong work ethic that puts her at the top of every class academically. She knows the value of surrounding herself with others that strive to understand challenging material, and she pushes her classmates to higher levels of excellence. Her tenacity and determination are always accompanied by her smile. In addition to her intellectual gifts and academic leadership, Brittany is also sensitive and perceptive, supporting her peers inside and outside of the classroom with encouraging words and new ideas. Brittany has been highly involved with the Oregon City community as a student athlete, a local volunteer, and a leader of student organizations such as the Science National Honor Society. She has shown great maturity and grace in balancing the demands of these activities with her academic responsibilities and holds herself to high standards. Brittany Lee will surely become an asset at the University of Oregon next year, and I am certain she will accomplish great things in her future. Next, the Science Department would like to present Renata Lee with the award for Physical Science Student of the Year. Renata is unassuming and incredibly brilliant. Renata is quick to see patterns and make connections in her learning across multiple disciplines. while also looking for ways to extend her knowledge beyond the classroom. In her advanced placement classes, Renata regularly shows great understanding of science through detailed explanations on exams and insightful analysis of lab experiments. Renata is an introverted student, but she demonstrates great kindness toward others. She is always willing to collaborate with peers and maintains positive and respectful relationships with students and staff. I could always count on Renata to work well and have a positive interaction with any student in my class. Renata has been involved in multiple extracurricular activities at Oregon City High School. Her dedication and willingness to work hard to be successful has served her well, and we at the Science Department are eager to see what Renata accomplishes beyond Oregon City High School. The Science Department would like to recognize Kaylee Walker with the Confederation of Oregon School Administrators Award for Science. Kaylee is an exceptionally positive individual. She is always willing to help out and demonstrates respect and caring toward everyone she meets. Once Kaylee has sight of an objective, she will push herself with determination to reach that goal. She enjoys the collaborative nature of science and has a unique ability to pull others towards that goal and inspire them to work hard to understand the natural and physical world. Kaylee has a wonderful sense of humor and finds joy in learning. Kaylee's passion and exceptional leadership abilities extend beyond the classroom. She is a positive role model, a student athlete, and successfully organized and executed a science camp for younger students as a board member for the Science National Honor Society. Kaylee is loud and proud of her love and passion for science. She is a self-starter and a collaborative, confident leader. Kaylee is sure to make waves at George Fox University, where I know she will positively impact everyone she meets. And now I would like to introduce Mr. Casey Clegg, who will be representing the World Language Department.
I'm Casey Clegg, Spanish teacher here in the World Languages Department, and I'd just like to say to all of you seniors, congratulations. We're going to miss you guys. You've been an amazing class. I get to present 2 awards from our department. First, on behalf of Mr. Silva, our French teacher, I'd like to present the Outstanding French Student of the Year to McKenna Suski. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your last name. McKenna, this is from Mr. Silva, and he says, McKenna has just successfully completed 4 years of French and did so during some very tumultuous and trying times. McKenna has proven to be a student who can learn independently. She takes in new information and makes connections to prior learning. During her 4 years of class time, McKenna was a great listener, student, and classmate. She always mastered the essential learning and never received anything less than an A+. She has had consistent attendance and always turned her work in on time, and it was well done. McKenna has a quiet demeanor and has never been disruptive, yet she is a willing participant in all activities. As a teacher, I rely on students like McKenna to help set a respectful learning atmosphere for the classroom. To say that I'm going to miss having McKenna as an anchor in my class is an understatement. She will always remain in my memory as one of my best students ever, and I wish her the best in her future endeavors. McKenna Suski is the 2020 Student of the Year. Congratulations from Mr. Silva. And one more, which I get the privilege of nominating, was the Outstanding Spanish Student of the Year for 2020, and I nominated Alexi Cumplido, one of my AP Spanish students this year. I've known Alexi for all 4 years of his high school career. He's been in my advisory mentor teams class. I got to teach him for 2 years, and he was truly an academic in the area of Spanish. In our AP Spanish class, he could be one of the top students I've ever had in that class. One of the most challenging things they have to do is some of the reading parts of that AP exam, and I find it to be one of the most challenging parts to learn and to teach. And I don't think I've ever had a student perform as well as Alexi did on the reading, which was scrapped from this year's AP exam and wasn't included as part of the online version, but I'm sure he did great on the parts that were included. So congratulations to Alexi. I'm going to miss you and your great sense of humor and your smile. I would now like to turn the time over to Cornelia Senior, who has a couple more awards from our department.
Great, thank you. Thank you, Casey. Guten Tag. My name is Cornelia Senior, and I have the honor of presenting the German Student of the Year to Carter Vam. One of the daily activities I have students do in my German class, which I just started here in January, taking over for Herr Brown, is we do a Zitat des Tages, which is a quote of the day. And I share famous lines from German-speaking authors and scientists, artists, and musicians. And I also translate English quotes into German. And one of those quotes that I shared with my class goes like this: Einstellung ist alles, which means attitude is everything. It is a mantra that I grew up with in my German household when I grew up. Attitude meant everything. My mom used to say Kopf hoch, which means keep your head up. It always meant to be grateful for everything. Life is all about adventure. So when I started thinking about who to nominate for my German Student of the Year, Carter Vam definitely came to mind. Carter lives by a great attitude. He is humble. He does his work immediately, on time. When he had to forecast for this trimester, he didn't have space for the German 3-4 class, so he's taking it as an independent. He did not need the credit at all, but he still took it on his own. When we started distance learning, I was really disappointed to not be able to continue to have Carter in my physical classroom. But in my Zoom class, he was always the one to immediately do his work on time right away. And when it came to taking German for college credit, which he had the opportunity, he said, "Oh, I don't really need it for going on." He was doing the class just for fun and for the challenge of it. But I did encourage him to take the class for credit. So it's been great. We've had Zoom meetings, and we got to have Herr Brown in one of those meetings, and I asked Herr Brown his thoughts on Carter, and he said he's an incredible student, taking very hard classes, and he's just a great attitude as well. So attitude is everything, and for that reason, I'm choosing Carter Vam for my German Student of the Year. All right. I also have the privilege of presenting our World Language Department COSA, Outstanding World Language Student of the Year. And that award goes to Corbin Rogers. When I began here in January, I soon met Corbin. He would come after school every day because I had fifth period prep, and he would always stay after to talk with me. He would always go deeper into the grammar. He would always ask for more work and additional work, and who does that? Corbin Rogers does. I loved our conversations after class, and he was also taking French. He made that clear to me, which was fun to hear. He would make connections between the two languages. Corbin really loved languages. I discovered another love of Corbin's. He is quite an actor, and I was able to attend one of his plays this last trimester, and I got to see him shine in that area. And so it was really, really fun for me to see. In addition, Corbin told me that he was applying for a scholarship to study in Germany for a year. And that was last trimester. And so this trimester, with it being distance learning, I emailed him and asked him, and he indeed did win the award. It's for the Congress Bundestag Youth Exchange Program to study in Germany. Because of Corona, it has been delayed. He will not be leaving until January, but I applaud him for winning and representing Oregon City High School for that wonderful award. So I wanted to also share another teacher. Mr. Silva had him for French, as I mentioned, and this is what Mr. Silva said about Corbin. Mr. Silva had Corbin in French, and he thought he was a wonderful, exquisite, thoughtful language student. The questions he would ask were proof of the connections he was making with prior learning. He would sometimes stay after class, sounds familiar, asking questions to further his understanding and delve deeper into the language that he had taken in previous classes. Mr. Silva's only regret is that he can't hold Corbin back to continue his French studies, as he knows Corbin would have flourished. And I would say that's a similar regret that I have, that I wasn't able to continue to have Corbin. I only got to have him for a short time, but during that short time, he made quite an impact. Congratulations, Corbin, for being awarded our COSA World Language Student of the Year, and Carter for winning our German Student of the Year. Thank you very much. Dankeschön. And now I turn it over to Tiffany Traver.
Hello. All right, as a first-year student council advisor, there's excitement and nerves all wrapped up in one. But I can tell you, we have not been able to accomplish what we did this year without the leadership of our amazing executive committee that was ultimately led by our ASB president, Max Reed. Throughout this school year, Max made it his mission to involve all students. That word all can be intimidating because it's a large task. He knew the rigor of that task, but came into the school year ready for it. With that mission in mind, he created our club council, which was a place all clubs could be represented and talk about ways to better our school for our students. This was the first year we had something like that, and due to Max's efforts, we plan to continue to build it in the coming years. We really want to make sure that this school is a place that welcomes all students and students are heard in a variety of ways. Max always has a great attitude. He's friendly, approachable, and easy to talk to. Watching him continue to grow this year as a leader and truly learn how to lead his peers was amazing. There were times he had to have tough conversations but wasn't afraid to do so. He understood the responsibilities that came with being our ASB president and didn't shy away from those. And on top of that, he not only helped run the school, but he also was involved in athletics and took very hard academic classes. It's with great pleasure to present the Student Council Award to Max Reed. Congrats, Max. Can't wait to see everything you accomplish. Now to present next, Associate Principal Toby Futch.
Hello again. I get the honor of presenting the NHS Student of the Year. In the elegant words of Ann Henson, who is in charge of the NHS, she's nominating Stacy Choi. Stacy Choi is the NHS Student of the Year for her dedication to maintaining the records and with great accuracy, serving above and beyond the required hours in that capacity alone. Whenever a peer needed a volunteer opportunity or had a question about the requirements, Stacy was there to find an answer. Thank you, Stacy, for your dedication to NHS and to the betterment of your peers. Next, I'd like to bring Rebecca Cole back up for your book.
Hello again. I now have the honor of announcing the Yearbook Student of the Year. This year, yearbook class was fortunate enough to be filled with many outstanding seniors, but the award for Yearbook Student of the Year goes to our senior editor, Mannix Perry. I had the pleasure of watching Mannix's growth for 2 years. Last year, he took an interest in the design elements of the book and started even designing some of the pages from the previous book. And this year, he took on the challenge of managing all the design elements, a huge task which required learning a new design software, showing initiative and creativity, leading others, and executing a vision. In addition to all of this, he showed great leadership, perseverance, and creativity throughout this challenging and unusual end to the school year. I'm so proud to have worked with Mannix for the last 2 years. Congratulations. I also now have the honor of presenting the Speech and Debate Student of the Year on behalf of Mr. Behringer. Speech and debate is a difficult extracurricular activity. It requires intelligence, persistence, dedication, all while getting into arguments with people who are telling you that you're wrong. It also requires teamwork, patience, and cohesion. Spencer Rosenau embodies all of these virtues, and he is Oregon City High School's Speech Student of the Year. Spencer is an exceptional student, a great competitor, and a valuable part of our team. His dedication, both to his debate events and helping our activity grow, was unmatched. As one of our captains, Spencer helped foster our team, mentoring incoming students, helping them understand the advanced ideas, and encouraging them to attend competitions. He is the embodiment of everything it takes for a team to grow and be successful. And I'm proud to name Spencer Rosenau our Speech Student of the Year. Next, I'd like to introduce my colleague, Marin Black from AVID.
Good evening. The purpose of AVID is to close the achievement gap by preparing all students for college readiness and success in a global society. The individual determination piece is a significant part of student success in the AVID program. The 2020 AVID Student of the Year is Jordan Ratillo. In the 3 years Jordan was an AVID elective student, she demonstrated all that AVID could do for a student who is the right fit. Jordan blossomed in the program. She challenged herself to take advanced classes, began feeling more comfortable speaking in front of her peers and in public, and involved herself in community service, becoming an ambassador of sorts for OCHS and our AVID program. This year, Jordan committed herself to college and scholarship work. Jordan is an incredibly kind, thoughtful, and hardworking individual. As much as she benefited from AVID, OCH AVID benefited from her. Jordan will be successful after high school, and I look forward to hearing about what she accomplishes while she studies art. Congratulations, Jordan. Next is my colleague Brent Leong and DECA.
I would like to co-present the DECA Student of the Year Award with Ms. Rialetta. Ms. Rialetta and myself are co-advisors in the DECA program here at Oregon City High School. This year's DECA Student of the Year is Grant Pauley. Grant transferred to Oregon City High School this last year as his senior year. Ms. Letta and I have enjoyed having Grant in our DECA program. As a DECA scholar, Grant has excelled and participated fully in DECA, an association of marketing students. Grant faithfully attended our bi-weekly DECA meetings on Tuesday evening, where he learned valuable marketing, finance, and interviewing skills. These skills helped Grant be successful at the Oregon State DECA Conference, where Grant earned third place in the personal financial literacy competition and earned an opportunity to represent Oregon DECA in Nashville, Tennessee in April. Unfortunately, due to the COVID pandemic, he was not able to attend. Grant is an entrepreneur. As an accomplished photographer in the community, he has a keen eye for taking pictures and has given the opportunity to take pictures of some great scenery in Oregon, and also his passion for sports cars. He has been the featured artist in Pete's Place this year, where he has sold his portraits. On a personal note, I've had the great opportunity to work with Grant in accounting and in DECA this year. He is a student who goes above and beyond, a student who cares for not only students but also teachers. He's always there to ask how you're doing, to check on your day, and to assist in any way possible. Grant, you will be missed by the Oregon City High School DECA program, by Ms. Letta and myself. A big congratulations to you, our DECA Student of the Year. I'd like to introduce my esteemed colleague, Ms. Viken.
Hello, Pioneers. It is my privilege to present the True Grit Award. Grit can be defined as an individual's ability to maintain their determination and motivation over long periods, despite any experiences with failure or adversity. Grit is a personality trait comprised of courage, passion, perseverance, resilience, and strength of character. As this year's True Grit Award recipient, Christina Hayes exemplifies all these characteristics. Christina's passion shines through her dedication to the ongoing learning process. Her perseverance drives her ability to self-manage and achieve a wide variety of goals. Christina's strength of character leads her to model what it looks like to have grit. The OCS family is thankful for her humble leadership and wish her well on her continued journey into the medical field. Congrats to the 2020 True Grit Award recipient, Christina Hayes. I would like to welcome back to the mic Principal Wilhelm.
Thank you. What great awards and what great students we honored. At this time, we would like to recognize senior students who have earned private and community scholarships through the Oregon City High School scholarship application. We do understand that this list of scholarship recipients is not comprehensive. Those listed here are ones whose donors reached out and contacted us and asked for their recipients to be recognized. We are proud of all of our seniors who have been awarded scholarships to help them in their post-secondary plans. Associate Principal Pete Danner will be reading the names of the scholarships and the students they have been awarded to.
Thank you. The scholarship award winners for OCHS class of 2020 that we have included tonight are the Megan Parkinson Memorial Scholarship, Elizabeth Riedlinger. The Dennison Peters Memorial Scholarship, Destiny Ryan. The Sodexo Scholarship, Jonah Buck. The Maddie West Memorial Scholarship, DeMarcus Best. The Phil Boss Scholarship, Emma McCrae. The Mike Halverson Memorial Scholarship, Jane Arterberry. The Marilee Carlinger Memorial Scholarship, Shaylee Cooper. The Jane Adrian Memorial Scholarship, Lily Van Skyke. The Alice Bauman Scholarship, we have 5 recipients: DeMarcus Best, Zoe Kleiner, Crystal Lehigh, Max Reed, and Olivia Scott. The Beaver Creek Lions Scholarship, Mary Mansella. The Al Gallagher Memorial Scholarship, Nalia Lambert. The Adri T. and Gladys E. Everhart Scholarship, we have 3 recipients: Sydney Fresius, Grace Southard, and Nicole Larity. The Class of 1952 Scholarship, we have 4 recipients: Shaylee Cooper, Colin Sommer, Elizabeth Riedlinger, and DeMarcus Best. Maury's Vending Machine Scholarship, we have 2 recipients: Madison Perry and Haley Martin. Congratulations to you all and to everyone joining us tonight. We are sincerely proud of all of you. Here is Principal Wilhelm to offer her closing remarks. Thank you.
Before we conclude tonight, I would like to take a moment to say what an honor and a privilege it is to be the principal here at Oregon City High School. We have an amazing school community, and I love being part of it each and every day. I sure have missed our daily interactions these past few months. And of course, this isn't the last few months that we imagined for your senior year. However, please know we are proud of you and your accomplishments, and we celebrate this time with you, even if from a distance. A huge thank you for tonight and for all of the planning, Teresa Karn, Joel Anderson, Kate Fisher, and Chris Hedin, and all of the staff who are here today to present with us. To the parents, to the guardians, grandparents, family members, friends of our students and our seniors that we honored tonight, thank you. Thank you for everything you have done and are doing on a daily basis to help and support your students. Even though they may not express this sentiment right now in quarantine where they get to spend so much time with you, they are lucky to have you in their lives. Students, thank you. Thank you for your effort, your passion, and your grit. You all are truly the reason why Oregon City High School is a great place to be. And thanks to all of you, there is such hope for our future. Thank you for joining us for the Evening of Excellence, and we honor and celebrate all of you. Good night.